And here he is, staring out the back fence, trying to stir up trouble. Come here, Blackie. Get away from that fence. Come here, Blackie. Get away from that fence. Come on, get out. 3 times last night I had to get up in the rain and come out here and run him off. And he just kept on going along the fence all the way up into the woods. This is December the 20th. I haven't set this camcorder. But he is loud as all get out, and just like the other bull, and he comes charging up here to the fence. I had my cows and bull all locked up in a feedlot, so they couldn't get up here. I had to let them out to get water, and here he come. Okay, it's about 2:15, and here stands my bull back here in the feeding lot with the cows. He just got through eating. And you heard the neighbor bull start in over on the hillside over here. So he's standing up listening, waiting. Neighbor's bull is way over here on the other side of the house, and his pasture getting ready to start coming down this way. Here's my bull still standing here in the feedlot, but looking over that way. He is not going down to the fence, try to skate anything, or tear it down, or get the other bull to come over here. He was calmly eating here with the cows until the other bull started in. And here he comes, heading down for the back of the barn and the fence. Normally I wouldn't be out here. He's a new bull over here, so he's cautious. Now mine's starting up. I haven't tried the light yet, but it says inside it's better if you got more light.
If you go to Springfield, Birdtown, it's down there. You turn that dirt road, you got 5 miles down this dirt road.
Oh, I bet right.
You can adjust that viewfinder to your eye.
The one night I was over there, you can hear the pack of cold in your front yard, you know.
Take some of the people.
You know where that Birdtown grocery store is? There was a dirt road.
I'm getting a glare.
5 miles down there. It's gonna be good though. No.
I hate looking for them when I first come in here and I didn't see them. Somebody took them out of the stove.
No, we never have anything to eat when this family gets together.
Oh, I do. I just started on the can't quit.
Way out. Ted Dad's new one. They got Ted Dad's new. It shows in color and everything. Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
Well, it's like you turn off the water.
Same price, price ain't changed.
Well, what do you need to get on
Why do you want me to go kiss her?
You're embarrassed. You get under there.
Yeah, way more. That's a dog again.
I'll kiss this little more.
Are you complaining?
I bet you they better than that Dixon being there. Hey John, what are you doing there? Taking pictures?
Getting pictures of these big old boys here. Getting bigger.
Shane.
New Year's is gonna hit you, we'll all be done. Anyway, left.
I think my Chad, I think I'll wait. I might push on you a little. I don't think I'll push on Chad, but.
You got
When you got new exhaust seats, because they wasn't hard, they didn't have as hard an exhaust seats then. $300. They shaved them, new springs on it, new valves, new guides, new exhaust seats. For $300.
What happened that day I took that motor in there, or that day I told them I wanted that motor, they have new guys. I guarantee you he won't put that motor together.
They put new springs on them heads too, them springs. I think they was about $3 for new springs.
For a set or just one side?
Well, I don't know what they cost to put them on both heads. New springs on both heads. I don't know how much a set of springs is.
I like to buy some new springs and I put that.
Hey Woody, look at this thing, and
These are not them big double springs, and they're just.
with this bright sun out here like that,
Just like having
this
a
thing
new
should be
spring
showing
on the
color,
top
you know.
of it.
and See if isn't that viewfinder dark?
A lot of times you
Yeah.
go look at
Well,
that
it
payoff
don't
more.
look dark to me
Spring
with my
gets
glasses
dark
on. Let me get my eyeball down.
I mean,
It's kind of like putting a new water pump or a new radiator.
Well,
on the truck, an old water pump.
No, it ain't.
It ain't?
Huh. No, that's,
I thought it was so dark. I thought something wrong. But it should
Yeah.
be having all that display stuff on there.
it shouldn't. It's a recording.
Oh, I hit
Yeah,
that
you got
button again. Yeah.
We got that big old tree out
That
there.
Clem I got probably with him, that 272 spring cam. It'll lower the.
More duration, more torque than that, I mean, to a certain point. You get too high duration, then you get in that high RPM. On them.
Let's see. How does that go? I forgot. How's the Brady can have a big can? I think it's the higher the number on the center line, the more low end you have. Like a 110 and 108, about the best around, you know, for street good. It give you low and mid.
Competition cam.
Come on.
It's 270 on
I know what purpose it was.
470 on the wheel, not good.
I had one motor racer. It sounded good. It had pretty good power.
I had 13 and broke it.
It's your turn.
Somewhere or another, they went back up there and they just didn't have another 13, but they had a 12 foot.
Hey.
You ready for that?
Flash.
Well, 13. Y'all have it on the film or not? Oh, I can wash that car. You want some more?
He finally, she said he'd rather just lay still and go to sleep instead of be held. She says he does.
Here's me. You want some more turkey?
He got into laughing.
Let's get some pictures here of Shelby. Come on, sing for us.
How do you play the
Come on.
Now you can get rid of all of it.
You
He
gonna
didn't
give,
like to be held.
You-
He's happier in those things.
you gonna sing for me? Huh? Come on, sing for me like you was doing a while ago. Come on.
We're playing dog. She don't know how
Now
to
you're gonna be,
teach her.
now he's gonna be quiet.
Marcia, they won't let you
Huh.
take on those?
And I had to try the last one too. Only time I'd ever had one.
Come on, Shelby. Come on, sing.
Let you play.
Yeah, that,
Let's hear you sing there, boy.
How many let you play?
Huh?
We
Come
all
on.
know about you.
Come on, you gonna sing for me? Come on. Say, look here. Come on.
Playing partners or what?
Hey, boy, you gonna sing? Huh? Well, woke up this morning to surprise snow. It's supposed to be cloudy today, but it came in nice little snow last night. So let's see if we can zoom outside and get some scenery. It's too cold to take the camcorder outside, so we'll just get a few shots here in the house. There's a little bird feeder. Out of seed. And the poor cow sitting up there out of hay. Neighbor's supposed to bring some down, but he's got the flu. If he goes to church today, he'll probably feel sorry for my cows and come down with a couple of L's. And at least they're cleaning up the last of the bale. Poor thing. I don't go outside because they might break the fence down and beat me up. Now when I go outside, they start bawling like babies. I've got 26 head now with the new calves. I didn't think this would take too good with that window, but they don't seem to be too hungry. They're letting their contented like. They're lazy other bunch there. I was wondering where they were at. Beautiful scenery. I love it when the cedar trees are covered with snow. This is my peach trees looking toward the highway. I just saw the snow plows come by. So the road's nice and clear. This will probably all be melting and be gone by noon. Chad just called to say they were going in Little Rock to a monstrous truck show. So I think they got more snow than we did since it's coming from the south. I hope he drives careful. Let me take a few shots of my new decoration here in the kitchen. I painted the old dark paneling and put wallpaper up, painted the ceiling. The paneling really looks a lot better. I painted the old cupboards, which is plain pine plywood. I still haven't varnished them yet, but really a big improvement. My brother Ed even bragged on it, so it's really something when he bragged. And I enclosed the old chimney there above the stove, painted that nice. It was really an eyesore. If I ever decide to put butane heater in the living room to heat the house, I'm going to take the flue out, but right now it's used by my heating stove. or my heater in the living room. And let's see if we can get a few shots out the window here. If I can see that dirty glass. Well, the snow stopped. At least the ground's covered. Across the field, my neighbor's pasture. Walkway. An old pump that I brought from Montana. So I get a shot of my oak tree out there in the back, but beautiful oak tree. Out of the bedroom here. Normally the drapes are closed up because of the cold. Well, this isn't going to zoom too much for that screen on the window. It stops. It looks a little cloudy back there, so snow might not be over yet. I wish that screen wasn't on there. I'd get a better view here. I saw a big old fat bird up there in a tree while ago, and I was wanting to see if this is a hawk or... You can see my oak tree there in the corner there. That thing must be over 100 years old. It's one of the few big oak trees left in a pasture around here. They've all been cut down for commercial reasons. A lot of them out in the woods because they want to keep those for deer. There's an old wood stove chugging along. This is the nicest part about being retired. You can just sit back in your easy chair and relax on a cold day like this. Don't have to go out into the cold. Even Buddy thinks it's nice. He's retired too. When he gets cold, I let him in the house and look at that guilty look on his face. He knows he should be outside chasing rabbits. He might go hunting after a while. He loves to go in the woods and hunt. This would be a good day to go rabbit hunting. Huh, Buddy? Hey, you hound dog. Hey, buddy, you hound dog. You lazy dog. You lazy dog. It's so cold I even let my raccoons come in the house. Come spring, back out in the garden they go. Buddy? Come on. What are you talking about, huh? Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, buddy? Huh? I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. Come on, talk to me. Come on, say something. Yeah, poor Georgie on the outside. Hasn't got a girlfriend. Yeah. Poor Georgie. Say something. What's the matter, Georgie? Say something. Come on. Come on. Yeah? What you want to say, huh? Want to say something? Yeah? Speak up. What you want to say, Georgie? Huh? Want to say something? Get back, buddy. And here's where all the money go. Feed these critters. After begging something to eat. Get a shot of old Blackie here. Danny boy Blackie, I call him. Well, he's a big thing. He's the father of all these babies running around here. Just as gentle as he can be, although he looks like a big old bullfighter bull. Come here, Bucky. Come here. Now be friendly. Don't get too close. Well, I can't get you there. You want something to eat? Huh? I didn't know the sun was still going. Yeah. Get that horn out of the way. The white-faced cow there is Orphan Annie and her new baby. Belonged to Tiffany. And here's Nicole and her new baby. Just one day before yesterday, I think. Yeah, look at it. Just a few days old and already acting frisky and jumping around here. I love little calves. They're first born. They're so cute. And Mom keeps them all nice and clean. This is Nicole's first calf, and she didn't have any trouble whatsoever. Now I'll go back there. I haven't got you anything to eat yet. All my cows are friendly. Ain't that a pretty baby? What'd you do? You bring her up here? Yeah, Mama brings her right up to the gate to show her off. Come on. Stick your little nose up there. Come on. Yeah. Oh, jealous Red come running up there. Look at that. Yeah. Mama saying he's okay. He's friendly. Here comes old jealous Red. Got to get up there. Oh, Red, when you gonna have another baby, huh? Say, when are you gonna have another baby? Baby come run up there. She's about ready to have a baby herself. She gotta come up and see what's going on. They're all skinny as can be after coming through the winter with just a bunch of hay. With all this green grass coming out, they'll start putting on weight here pretty soon. Of course, little babies don't have to worry about that with Mama walking around. I'm doing this so these kids can see where milk comes from. And back there in back with white patch on her face is Dixie, Danny's cow. She's ready to have her first calf any time now. And then behind her is standing Jeremy's cow. She just had her calf, that black one. Now we get a shot of them back here. It's Jeremy's cow and her first calf, a little heifer. So far all the new calves have been little heifers, so the grandkids are starting out with their herd already. Old Ed's sent a little fence over there. I have to keep him in a separate lot because he loves to chase the calves. You run the cows through a fence. They're so afraid of him, they'll go charging through the fence. He gets lonesome, but every time I let him in with the cows, he's real good for a few days. Then he starts kicking up his heels and chasing them around. Here comes a little bull calf. He's a little runt here. He's a cute little thing. There's his mother there. Picture here, Nicole Her baby having dinner. Yeah, you gonna have dinner, baby? Go ahead. Get some of that good old pure dairy product here. Little heifer here. She's one of the younger calves, but she's already bigger than most of the new babies. She's just really growing like a weed, but she's going to be a pretty cow. I think she's got a pretty head on her. Mother, that's poor old skinny tan one back there. And her mother's not quite half Jersey. Yeah, I think she's about a half Jersey. Jerseys are noted for being skinny anyway. They're not big beef cattle, but they usually have big bag, give a lot of milk. But she still shows a lot of Jersey in her. She looks mostly Jersey, but she's mixed. So all of her calves are black ones when it belongs to Jeremy, and that other one I just showed you. And this little white heifer here with, or little black heifer with a white spot on her head, she's Jersey's calf before the other one. So she's not, this one's about a year old. It'll be a while before she'll be old enough to have a calf, but she's gonna make a nice cow too. But she's got that Jersey look in her, that small bones. And that's just one standing beside her. This is a beef stock. You see the difference, big heavy body. This cow standing here was full of beef stock. This is Dee Dee, the head cow now. She was given to me by Joe Bomer for babysitting his dog. She was not quite a yearling calf, but I was just overwhelmed that he'd give me such a valuable cow just for babysitting his dog, but he did. He wouldn't take no money here. But she's the mother of these other black ones, and as you can see, she's really a good beef cow. And there comes old Blackie boy, Danny boy, coming up here. He says, "Stop out fooling around and give me some food." He likes to have his neck scratched and rubbed, and he practically goes into a trance when you're doing that. When you get through, you can walk away, and he'll still stand there for 3 or 4 minutes where he recovers and knows you've stopped. And here they are getting their dinner. Good old range cubes. And some good old hay. The little ones are eating hay. It's really strange, but this little calf here, she loves to stay with the other cows. She just goes to her mother for dinner and hangs around the other cows. Because her mother was an orphan, she's sort of an outcast, and I guess this little calf sees her that way also. That's Dixie's mother there in the middle. And their sister's the orphan Annie there. Or that's her sister, I should say. This is a view from my kitchen table where I used to sit and drink my coffee and read the paper and look out the window. Looks a lot different in the winter when everything's all brown, and I got everything repainted and redone in the kitchen. I'm glad to see spring here. Gotta get my bird feeder back out there. There's some cactus sitting in the window here for the winter. I'll replant them later. There's a buddy sitting out there in the yard. I can't believe you heard me call his name, but he sure looked up. He's a good watchdog, boy. He keeps all the skunks and the varmints out of the yard. He's a one-man dog. I think he's even going to make friends with Chad. Well, there's a nice old country scene. It's my neighbor's cow across the highway, going along the woods, going up to their other pasture. He came home from the Air Force and bought this whole herd of cows. So he probably got some good discharge money or something, because he sure bought about 150 or 200 cows. This is part of them. I wonder where that little black one came from. Sure doesn't fit in with the herd. He's got some mixed ones in there, looks like. Well, let's go out here and give the geese some fresh water so they can take their bath. Since she's laying, got them here in the backyard, so it's protection. Last couple of years, she always started to lay early, and we had snow and her eggs froze, and we haven't had any babies yet. Okay, shut up. Go take your bath. Go take your bath. Go on. As you know, geese mate for life, so boy, they're very protective and stick close together. Normally they run out in the yard and stay up the pond most of the time. Get on back up there. Go on. Get on back there. Old Georgie over there, he gets in the pen and boy, they go at it. They get hold of each other's feathers by the neck and they start beating each other with the wings. You swear they're going to kill each other in a minute. The boy can hit hard with those wings. So I usually come out here and separate them. I've been trying to find him a mate, but since we're all laying, haven't found one yet. Go on, hop in there and take a bath. Show the kids how you guys take a bath every day. Go on. Show them how you take a bath and just keep clean. Well, they love their bath. if you listen, they make more complicated sounds than we think. I think they probably got elaborate language, but from the tone to the sound, they communicate much more than we think they do. Sure. I give them some grain, corn or something, but most of their diet is green grass and roots. They love green grass. A whole flock of starlings moved in a while ago. Just covered the treetop. Came down, ate all their geese grain in about, well, most of it in about 5 minutes. Now, this is my willow tree. It's supposed to be a weeping willow tree that I got at Walmart last year. It's coming out good. Someday it'll be a big canopy umbrella tree out here, I think. Probably, I hope. This is a well in there, and right over that old bathtub is the horse trough. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting me a real windmill and putting there and let pump water for the calves and the horse. That's an old Chinaberry tree there in back. That's real pretty when it gets all leafed out. But someday I hope I have a big old real bright red windmill sitting there. Well, the sunset probably won't come out as good as it looks in real life, but it's really beautiful today. We have much better sunsets in the summer, of course, with all the thunder clouds and everything. The Ozark Mountains over there. Well, as the headline says, it's spring, no fooling. The redbud tree's in full bloom now, and the dogwood trees come out real nice and white. When the redbuds come out, you know spring's in Arkansas. I dug this dogwood tree up in the woods, and redbud trees also. Transplant them here in the yard. Someday they'll be big trees and practically cover the entire yard, I hope. The green tree there is a Japanese cherry I bought at Walmart. It's already bloomed. Apple tree there next to the house in the back. I don't have much of a lawn anymore. I'm putting the rock walkway in and flowers, and I use a weed eater. And the irises are all coming out. I'm trying to clean up the yard. Most of my tulips froze and didn't come back out this year. Just a couple. And this is from the front steps. Here's my old pump I brought from Montana. I'm going to use it and put a fish pond there where it's setting and let the water run out of the old pump into the fish pond. I'm transplanting some wisteria vines from over in Marlton. I've been bringing them in and set them out along the road. It's another redbud tree and dogwood. I love these redbud trees, they're so pretty. And the weeping willow's coming out real nice this year. These old logs there from an old log house I'm tearing down, and I'm going to use them for a carport or put them around a storm house or something. Here's the old lilac bush in the yard. All the lilacs came out terrific this year. This is a real old bush, and it just keeps sending out little sprouts at the bottom, and I transplant them in the yard. This is a chainberry tree. I cut this thing down, it's rotten and falling down. I come here and all these sprouts just came up all over the place. I couldn't get rid of them, so I finally gave up and just let them grow. So I'm putting wisteria vines inside, so someday they'll be completely covered with vines with those beautiful blue flowers hanging down from the top. And of course the trees will get gigantic. And I've been digging up bushes and transplanting the hedge out there. This is another little redbud tree over by the storm house. This is the bushes I've been transplanting, some of them. The lilac bushes I transplanted a couple of years ago. They're coming out blooming this year real nice. First time they really bloomed that well. But I dug up a lot of these flowering quince bushes and other bushes and transplanted them. Someday it'll be a nice hedge along the highway. And my daylilies. There's an old house up on the hillside over here. It's burned down, and I guess about 2 acres of these bushes all over the place. So I've been over rescuing the plants, and a lot of irises are growing over there. So I've cleaned out the flower bed. Right now it's just strawberries in there, but I cleaned out the weeds. Now if I can keep Buddy out of there, I can put some pansies and things in there. My little maple tree's coming out real nice. I trimmed all the shoots off of, or sprouts off of it, so someday it should be a beautiful tree. I'm letting the wild violets just about take over the yard space. When I was a child over in Perryville, my grandma Powell used to take me out in the woods and show me these violets, and I'd pick some up and bring them home, try to plant them. I was about 8 or 9 years old. But I still like wildflowers. I think that's where my dad got his gardening interest from Grandma Powell. I have them growing just about all over the yard, though. And of course they just multiply like crazy. Here's my apple tree I transplanted from the house. It's too close. Little Ed the Mule's watering trough. This is the old highway going across Arkansas River heading towards Pettigene in Perry County. And that's a new bridge above it. There's a water tower up there in Marlton, and radio tower. We've done a lot of work on the Arkansas River, keep it under control. There's a lock and dam up the river there at Marlton, around the bend there, a nice park. I wouldn't say there's a traffic jam, but now there's a lot of barge traffic on the river. And as you can see, these barges are huge, monstrous things. This lock and dam system goes all the way up into Oklahoma. It'd sure help the roads if they would use more of this barge traffic. See, I might try to beat this thing up to the lock and dam and get a picture of it going through the locks. But as you can see, each one of those carries 3 rail cars. So you got 9 rail cars going up the river, pushed by this little tug. Powerful little boat. I thought there was some kind of fish traps or turtle traps down there, but it looks like someone just dumped their junk. Boy, it makes you dizzy looking over this cliff here. Hope it don't fall in. And there goes the fisherman. Get him, see if he falls in. Pretty tricky footwork there. There goes a barge heading on up the river to Marlton. Here we are at Cherokee Park at the Locken Dam. They built a very nice park over here. It's a large area, runs up down the river. They have a nice playground, softball fields, and they just eliminated entrance fees again, so it's free. You have a lot of family reunions over here. Looks like a Little League softball practice already. And this is a view looking down the river towards the bridge where we were just at. And that's a lock over there on the other side. Apparently the barge has already gone through. There's another park over across the river over there. Almost as large as this one. Quite an elaborate setup. There's the dam, or the lock. This is a new hydroelectric plant built, not quite completed. Where are they? Hold them up again, I didn't get it. We got some successful fishermen down here today. Got some nice catfish. Well, that's great. With this zoom lens, I can zoom right in on your tonsils, man. That's a good shot. What's your name?
Chuck,
Chuck. Congratulations. Thanks for the shot.
glad to meet you. We just
It looks like fishermen get more action. Makes me wish I had my pole out here. Nah, I didn't get one. Here we are on up the river. More fishermen out. Well, it looks like you can drive across that new plant now. I'm not sure. Drive over and see. This is looking towards Pettigene Mountain over there in the background. Give you an idea of where it's located at here in Marlton. And so there's the end of Pettigene. Here we are going across the power plant. They got a driveway here, 7 feet clearance. Not sure I'll make it or not. I think under that. Let's give her a try. Oh yeah, that's plenty of room. Here we go. There goes the top. And there's our missing barge sitting over there. No, that's not the missing barge, just crane and barge were working on the lock and dam. So here we are on the little peninsula from the new power plant. Now this is really something. They diverted the water from the Arkansas River here at this little channel here. And of course, Arkansas River is a very swift running river, especially now that they had the banks stabilized. And so that channel there drops down into a huge shaft and is pumped through this turbine here, generating power, and then the discharge water is over here on this side here. Of course, up here on the ground you see nothing except the power and generators. When they were building this, I had a lot of pictures in the paper. I see if I can dig one out or something showing inside the turbine. This is really something. This is new since I've been down here. They have that terrific walk way over there, and it's even for handicap. I noticed they have a ramp coming down over here on the other side, which is terrific. There's a handicap ramp going up there, and this is looking back over where we were just at before you crossed over back towards the picnic area and the other side of the park. This is quite remarkable for Marlton and even Arkansas, but as you can see, there's no crowd here like in California or some places. It would be so crowded out here you wouldn't even be able to find a parking spot or a picnic table if this was in California. As you can see, looking on this side of the lock, the water is quite a bit lower than the upstream part here. Up here, as you can see, pretty close to the top of the lock. Downstream, you can see how much lower it is down there. I wish we had been able to get a barge coming through, but maybe some other day. This shot here up on the lock will really give you a different idea of the water level. Here it is up at the top. Of course, when we were growing up, the Arkansas River wasn't in this channel here. This is completely new. Up there around the bend somewhere, up near Marlton, it continued straight here over towards Pettigene Mountain, because I remember very well coming down the street in Marlton and at the foot of Batson Hill walking right down to the Arkansas River. Of course, now that's all farmland and little sloughs from where the river used to be. So this is entirely new here. This is looking towards Cherokee Park, about halfway from Marlton down to the park. And this used to be the old river channel here, way back in the old days. There's Pettigene Mountain in the background there. As you can see, it's now nice, rich farmland. And Farmer Ivety feels good today. Beautiful view of Peter Jane Mountain. Nice spring day. And here's part of the road going into Marlton from Cherokee Park. Used to be a swampy area here, and it still is quite a bit. But as you can see, they've cleared out the road. This is about the area where Dad used to come down and hog fish down here in this slough. Here we are coming across the new bridge. Down to your left here is, they made a little park. This is the Point Remove, the old iron bridge where the Indians were at. Here's the old iron bridge going across the little slough of the Arkansas River. This is one of my earliest memories of Marlton, coming down here and Dad and him telling me about this is where the Indian line went before they removed the Indians out of Arkansas. This Point Remove here is the dividing line. The exposed rocks here and the bushes growing wild. It really looks like Indian country, just like when I was a kid. We used to come up here and play in these woods and run around naked with just a towel around us. And when Mama and Daddy wasn't around or no adults around, we'd even take that towel off and run naked as a jaybird right here playing Indians. This is a big rock that had a plaque on it telling about the Indian boundary line and everything. And of course, vandals ripped that off, or anyway, it's gone. On down there is a little park down the road here. Here we are looking across the old bridge. I guess they put that big rock there to keep people from driving four-wheelers or something across. I don't see how they get through this gate. Sure, a lot of litter bugs here. Everywhere you look, there's beer cans or beer boxes. Looking down towards the slough, towards the river. This is where Dad taught us how to swim. He used to bring us down here and let us swim across on his back. And mud was almost knee-deep in here. Dad was never afraid of snakes. Could you believe he would dive in there and bring up big old fish and throw them up on the bank? If he got hold of a snake, it didn't scare him. He'd just throw it up on the bank and try to scare people. He never said too much. He just sort of grinned. But he had quite a sense of humor with snakes. Well, the sun's getting low and getting the lens, but this is looking up towards the picnic area of the Point Remove Park, which is a pretty little spot. Dogwood trees and trees all over the place. Usually when you come down here, you'll see a bunch of turtles and quite a few snakes swimming around. So it's still a little early in the spring, but I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't see snakes out already. I thought I discovered a dinosaur bone over there in the tree trunk. Well, I don't see any snakes. Don't even see any turtles. Usually there's turtles all over the place. And boy, it looks like a lot of coon tracks down there all over the bank. All kinds of critters come down here and get a drink. Probably little deer too. Every now and then a deer will even come down the streets of Marlton. This is over across the Iron Bridge. And lo and behold, there's picnic tables. All overgrown. They just stopped keeping it up, I guess. Looks like a nice little private spot. I knew I smelled something a while ago. Looks like someone caught his fish and cleaned them and dumped them over here. Well, let's go back across the Iron Bridge and then go down to the park, see what's that like now. Look at this huge tree here by the old Iron Bridge. This is really a large tree. I bet it saw many Indians here. You could tell a lot of tales sitting here on the bank. I bet it's over 100 years old. This is a little picnic area at Point Remove Park. It's right above that slough there. You can park overnight here and pay a fee. I think it's pretty quiet now, but it used to have a reputation as being a hangout for the young people. Come around here, drink beer, and probably smoke grass. Pretty quiet now. Place brings back a lot of memories. Right across the road here from the park is the original old road. Used to be a deep rutted old road that went back through the edge of the river and the swamps here heading over towards Cotton Mill. I remember before we moved down to Tucker, Dad borrowed someone's car and brought all of us kids down here. He and Mom were split up as usual. Maybe I shouldn't tell this, but anyway, when you come into this road, there's a bad rutted, had to park right along here. Then we walked down across the trail here, going over towards the old Iron Bridge where we were just at, which is right up there. And we went across the old Iron Bridge and went out to that little point of land where we were and cut across over right up on the bank of the river. And Dad just let us walk right up there. Bad weather and the bank caving in, muddy water swirling almost at our feet, and he stood back there and didn't say a word. I was convinced he was wanting the bank to cave in, all of us to go in, and I thought, well, he's strong enough he can save us. Then I got scared. I thought maybe I was right. And I told Ed and Bob to come back from the bank and get in the car. And I got joysting and headed for the car. Dad gave me a real funny look. It was like I really didn't mean anything by it or something like that. But I actually think he was wanting an accident to happen, or he was either trying to make his mind to throw us in and jump in after us or something. But I've never forgotten that. He told me years later, though, that he had seriously thought about killing Mom and all of his kids and then killing himself.